welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline Lopez, and as you can see, today we are going to be decorating my main Christmas tree. Very excited to get started. Yes, I do already have some items on here, but I do this every year. Once I get my lights turned on, I add some of the ornaments on them to see kind of how they look and how they work together. That's why you see that, but I still haven't decorated it. I am planning something different with the ribbon this year, so I'm very excited to show you that. Now, as always, I'm going to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time that I post a new video. Like, comment, and share. That really helps my channel to grow. And let's just go ahead and get into the decorating, because I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. Okay, I don't know how well you can see because the light is coming in through this area back here, but I also do this every year. I set up all of my items on this couch because it's right next to the tree. So I get to have all of the items that I'm going to use or think I'm going to use together. It's another way of making sure that everything does work as one. And now it's easy because it's right next to the tree, and this is exactly where the tree is going to go. I still have to do the DIY for my collar, so that's why you don't see neither a skirt or a collar on here. That's going to be coming up soon, but let's just go ahead and start taking these ornaments off and start putting some of the new ones. I'll go ahead and share kind of what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm sharing several different Christmas trees this season, so make sure that you watch every single one of those videos because I share different tips that can be used either together as one per the video, or you can kind of combine them all and make your own unique look of a Christmas tree. Most important tip is going to be to get yourself some small ornament hooks. They really help to keep the ornaments close to the branches, and that is good if you have glass ornaments like I do or heavy ornaments. Now I'm going to start by adding these picks on my tree first. These are not fillers, they're not filling up any spaces or gaps. They are just for the look of them, but they are kind of heavy and they drape down, so I wanted to add them. That way they would move the branches however they needed to and didn't move my ornaments. Now I'm going to move on to my largest ornaments, and that's usually how I start. I do the large ornaments first, or ornaments that I know exactly where I need them to be. Today I have these two different colors, and I'm just going to add them kind of in a zigzag pattern. Now I'm going to move on to my poinsettias. They are considered a really large ornament as well because they take up a lot of space, and these I will be using to fill up any empty spaces since these do hide some of those gaps. Now I'm going to continue adding some of my other large ornaments. These do look smaller than what they are next to these jumbo size ornaments, but they are much larger than a standard size ornament. And I'm going to keep in mind the zigzag pattern when I'm adding these ornaments. Now I'm going to move on to these DIY ornaments that I did earlier in the month. I'm going to leave that video linked down below, and I wish that I would have done these as a very first ornament that I added because of the acrylic gem at the bottom. I would have liked to make sure that they had enough space for you to be able to appreciate the entire ornament. Now I'm going to move on to these Mercury glass ornaments. They are from Hobby Lobby and they are only about $6 for all three of them. I was able to get 2 boxes and plan on getting more next year. They are absolutely adorable, and don't be afraid of glass ornaments. This is why I highly suggest getting these small ornament hooks, because I'm able to keep them really tight on my branches. These are some other glass ornaments that I'm going to be adding. These are from Walmart, and They are some of my most favorite ornaments. I bought so many of them because I know I want these to be a part of my collection, and I know I'm going to use them for many, many years to come. They're going to be able to be something that I'm able to pass down because they're really good quality. That's why I say don't be scared of glass ornaments. Now I'm going to add these wooden wing ornaments. They are from Walmart, and at this point I'm just adding ornaments where they fit and where I feel they will look good. I'm not keeping any pattern anymore because my tree is already starting to look really full. I'm going to be also adding these smaller mercury glass ornaments. I've had these for a while, and I'm just again tucking them in where I feel they look good since my tree is very, very full. I'm going to move on to these pine cone ornaments that I DIY'd many, many years ago. This was also one of the first things I saw on Pinterest, and every year I say I'm going to do more and I never do, but I need to because I love them. Moving on to these adorable wooden ornaments. These are the Three Kingsmen, and I only have 3 of these. Maybe I'll buy more if there's some after the holidays, but these are just kind of a nice little touch of wood. Moving on to now more glass ornaments. Again, I have a lot of glass ornaments and I haven't lost any ornaments yet. I dropped one a couple days afterwards. I even showed it on my Instagram stories, but that's because I was moving around ornaments and it literally fell off my hands. Now I'm going to move on to these gray pine cone ornaments, and these are just going to go all over the tree. Again, not keeping a pattern in play. I have so many of these because I got these after the holidays, and I got a box of 4 for about maybe less than $2. So I have a total of 4 boxes. That's 12 ornaments. Now these pom-pom ornaments I did do earlier in the year for Christmas in July. I'm just tucking these deep into the tree for some added texture and color. These are some other large ornaments that I'm going to add. And pretty much everything from now on is I'm going to add these ornaments. I'm going to add these ornaments. And that's just what I'm doing. I'm going to keep adding ornaments until there pretty much are no branches left. So I'm going to stop doing a voiceover at this point. Okay, so it's time for ribbon, and I wanted to slow this process down. I usually do the ribbon at first, but I knew this year that I wanted my tree to be very, very full, and so it is. I'm also going to add some more picks. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Again, all of that up close. I did already add, sorry, the sun is like right here. I did already add one small pick right there. I don't know if you can see it now then. It has zoomed out. Oh, right here. And I did that just to test it. Sorry, there's a lot of fuzzies that were on my ribbon flying around. Here's also one piece of ribbon. I also chose to do the ribbon at the end because this particular ribbon, let me see how well I can show it to you. This is the ribbon I'm using. So as you can see, you can see through it. I love it. I think it's the most beautiful ribbon. So all I'm going to do is cut it in short sections and do like single loops. Instead of cutting it big, tucking in, doing one loop, tucking in, doing another loop, I'm going to do them all as single loop bows. It's not a bow, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it over the ornaments again because it's see-through. As you can see right here is the loop. It's not placed in correctly because this was just like a testing piece, but you can see all of the ornaments that are behind it still very clearly. So it's just going to add texture and dimension to it without taking away from the ornaments, because again, I have a lot of ornaments on there. I'll give you a close-up of me doing a couple of the ribbon loops, and then at the end we're going to work on the tree topper. Sorry, I didn't show you the bottom part really well, but because of the texture that this ribbon has, it does a really good job of holding its place. Because of the little holes, it like grips on to the tree branches. So I'm gonna go ahead and maybe do like 2 or 3 more quickly on here for you, and then I'm gonna show you the overall. The way that I decide the length is I start to unroll it, and then I make like a faux loop in my hands, and I decide, okay, well, that looks like a good size loop, and then that's where I decided to cut. This is probably about 18 inches probably of length that I'm cutting. But I am going to do them in different sizes. Some of them I'm going to do small so that I have just a tiny loop in little places. So this is not wired, so I can't force it to stay like this. So I'm going to use some of these to kind of prop it up, since they'll help it stay there. Here is an example of a small one. This is probably about only 12 inches or so, probably a little bit less. And I'm going to make this small loop, and I'm going to put it closer to the top. Since it is smaller up there, I don't need that big of a loop. Now onto the tree topper. I am going to be adding this star. I've had it for several years. I struggle every year with making sure that it sits straight on top, and I still use it. I love it. It's kind of become tradition at this point. Now here in the back, I added some silver branches, and I added them just so that they had some color peeking in through the back, because I knew I wanted to use 2 of these to fan out in front under the snowflake. They are the same as the first ones I added. Now I'm going to be doing these birch logs. They come in a bundle of 6, I think, from Hobby Lobby, and all I did was separate them, cut them in half, and added them onto some floral wire, and I'm just inserting them here at the top. That is to bring in some color that I do have there, and it also helps to tie it in with other areas in my home that I use these same birch logs. And here it is, complete with the twinkle lights. I just wrap them around the tree on the outside. My suggestion is don't remove it from the tube that it comes in, because it already has a natural swirly shape. That's the best way I can describe it. I'll show you when I get up close. The tree topper is done, the ribbon is done, the picks, everything is done. I know it looks like a very full tree, but like I said, I love a really full tree. My son says you can't even tell that there's a tree under there, and I love that. I do still have to fill kind of the back and the sides with some of the clear ornaments, and maybe I'll do a little bit of the ornaments that I have left over there. But at this point, I'm going to just count it done. I'll show you what I mean again once I get close to it. And of course, I still need to do my tree collar. I'm going to paint it so that it looks like the basket that is on my coffee table. Let me get up close so that you can see more of it, and I can show you again what I mean with the twinkle lights. So here, do you see how it goes in like the spiral? That's how they came in the tube, and I was literally just moving the tube like this, and everything is on the outside. So now, for example, there's lights in front of this poinsettia, where before the lights behind it that are on the tree are being covered, so there's no more like dark spots. I did kind of learn that trick from Rebecca Robeson from Kinwoven. I'm going to link both of those channels down below. A lot of people use their tips and tricks because they decorate amazing trees. Highly recommend you check them out. So again, that's just who I learned that trick from, of doing it in the little spirals. She didn't even mention it. I just saw her doing it, and I said that is ingenious. And then all of my ornaments are on there. They're all lit up. My son chose the pattern of the twinkle lights. So the steady lights are the ones that are on the tree. And then obviously the twinkling ones are the twinkle lights. I did get them from Walmart. I love them. I used 2 packs, and let me see if I can show you the top slowly. Okay, I did also just kind of threw up there some of the twinkle lights so that you can also see it twinkling. You can see the wire up there, but it's not that bad. I honestly don't mind it. But within the tree, you can barely see the green wire. You're more focused again on the ornaments and on the twinkling lights. Let me just give you an up-close tour, and I think I'm done.
I worry about the weather, waiting for snow, and each day I feel better, and my hope begins to grow. Been staring out my window, looking for a sign, something to remind me of the place I left behind. My time of the year. There's a feeling I remember from the time when I was young.
And that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed watching me decorate my main Christmas tree. Again, this year my tree is very full of ornaments. I know that this isn't the look that everyone prefers. I've done several different Christmas trees. I'm going to leave that linked down below for you as well. Make sure to check those videos out. Thank you so much for taking time to watch my video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified of all of my videos. And you have a very good rest of your day. Bye-bye.